Getting stuck is one of the worst things that could ever happen to anyone. I do not wish it for myself, and I do not wish it for anyone. But here is the reality. Sometimes life happens and we get stuck. Question is, when you get stuck, how do you get out? I want to share 3 ways that might help you get out of any situation you are stuck in. Let's do that. Before I get into the 3 ways that would get you out of that situation, here is one very important distinction that you should know. There is a difference between getting stuck and getting trapped. Now, getting trapped is you taking a wrong turn and you don't get back. You just keep going the wrong direction till you find yourself at that place where you don't have any good option, where your options are either bad or worse. You are trapped. There is a way to get out of that. That is not what I'm going to talk about today. What I'm going to talk about today is getting stuck. Now, getting stuck means you have been doing the right thing. You have taken the right course. You have gone to school. You have done everything to get you that job. You have that relationship and you have done everything right to maintain that relationship. But the reality of the matter is sometimes life just happens. And it doesn't matter whether you have been doing the right thing or not. Sometimes, even when you have done everything right, you still get stuck. Now, this is quite a frustrating situation. Now, when you find yourself at that situation where you know you have done everything necessary, you have done all the right things, but life just got stuck, how do you get out? 3 ways. 1. Zoom out. You see, when you are always busy with yourself, you don't see things clearly. There is a reason why they always put a coach outside the field of play, because coaches get the view to see the dynamics and the directions of the game. Even the best players on the pitch don't see the direction of the game. It is only the coach that has got the eye. You know why? Because he is out of the field. He may not even know how to play, but he is out of the field. He has zoomed out of the situation. He can see everything clearly. So that when you are stuck in any situation, it's very difficult for you to see clearly. Why? Because you are so much involved and your head is spinning and you keep chasing your tail and you don't see your way out. You are stuck. The best thing to do, therefore, is to zoom out. Sometimes how to do that is for you to give it a little bit of a distance. You know, they say the text that is really close to your eyes, you can't see it. But if you pull it a little bit out and you zoom out a little bit, then you are able to see clearly what is happening. Perhaps in that relationship, because you are so much into it and so much has been happening, and you have always told yourself, I have to do this, I have to do that, and you have been doing it all year round and nothing seems to move. Perhaps it is time for you to zoom out a little bit. Just relax, surrender everything. Don't get busy anymore. You have been busy all the time. You have tried everything. It hasn't worked. Perhaps you are not seeing the direction of that situation. But when you are able to put things down and zoom out a little bit, you would be able to read properly. And then you would get the chance to know which direction should I take this relationship? Which direction should I take this business? Which direction should I take this thing that I am doing? Zoom out, and that would help a lot. The second thing is for you to seek outside counsel. Remember, I just told you some of the best players don't know how to advise on the pitch because they are well invested emotionally into whatever situation they are, so that they are not able to advise themselves well. Their judgment is clouded by their emotions. They can't see clearly. You can't advise yourself clearly. Even the wisest people need advice when they are in serious situation. It is the way of the world. It is the sinners that help the sinners out of their sin. When doctors get sick, they need doctors themselves. It is just the way it is. You don't always rely on your wisdom when there is so much emotion involved. Why do you think that even in court situations, they don't allow people who have some relationship, personal relationships into them for conflict of interest? So that when a judge's emotion is well invested in a case, he is asked to recuse himself. Because when there is emotional investment, you don't see clearly. Which is why, if you are stuck in any situation, maybe you are stuck in a conflict with your partner, maybe you are stuck in a business that you think you know the ins and outs of the business, maybe you are stuck in your studies, you think you are smart, perhaps you need outside counsel. You need someone who is outside, whose emotion is not necessarily invested. That person will be able to give you objective advice. And when he does that, try as much as possible to listen and assess what he said to you objectively. But always, it's very important to get outside counsel. Now, the third one, this is my favorite one. After you have done all these things, to make sure you never get stuck in life, take a step every few years. You know how long it takes a person to finish a university course to have a degree? 4 years. You know how long it takes the high school student to finish his high school studies? Sometimes 3 years. To get a diploma? Sometimes 2 years, sometimes 3 years. The point is, every course has got a time limit. If you do not check out from every process after every few years, you will be surprised how time will fly. You would one day wake up to your birthday and they would say you are 40 years and it will be like a breaking news to you. You will be like, where did all the time go? Well, you didn't die to wake up to your 40th birthday. You lived it. The problem is you did not put your eyes on it. I want you to think of this. In animation, when you are using any animation software, they have what they call keyframes. Now, if you want one object to move from one position to another position, you are dealing with time and keyframes, so that on the timeline, if you want this object to move from right to left on one keyframe, maybe 0 second, you put a keyframe of the position. And when you drag the timeline to maybe 1 second, then you put another keyframe, by which time you have moved the object to that place. Now the magic is when you play it, then it moves between the keyframe from one position to the other. And then up to that point, it is waiting for you to give it another keyframe to move in a different direction. This is software animation. Now I just want you to think about the wisdom of this. Look, our lives is happening between two keyframes. From one keyframe to the other keyframe is a process of movement. And until you get to that other keyframe, you will have to take another step. If you don't, then you just have your entire timeline straight up, flat. Nothing is happening. You would get stuck for the rest of your life and you wouldn't know where all that time goes. So, what I'm saying is, from one point of keyframe to the next point of keyframe is the process of you getting your act together so that after that time, make another move. But always have the courage to make a bold move after every few years, maybe 2 years, maybe 3 years. But if you have not taken any step for the past 5, 10 years, my friend, you are stuck. If it is at your job, you either get a promotion after every few years, and if you don't see it coming, take a move, change a place, move, but always move after every few years. That is how you know your life is not stuck. But if you are not doing that, you would be surprised when it is your 60th birthday and you are at the same place you have been for the past 30 years. I hope you have found something in this video that helped you, and I really hope you get out of whatever situation that got you stuck. Thank you very much.